everyone. I'm Seerat and I'm here to share my internship experience over the past summer. A little bit about me. I'm getting my master's in computer science and artificial intelligence at the University of Southern California. I started my master's in 2023, and I'm going into my second year of master's this semester. A little bit about me and what I do at school is that I do audio engineering. I work on automation and reconciliation tools for the payroll department. I do stage management. And over the past summer, I found a new hobby for rock painting. So that's a little bit about me. And rock painting wasn't the only thing I did over the summer. I also interned at GoodRx as a data engineering intern. So the journey from starting my master's at USC to getting my internship at GoodRx in the month of February of 2024 was quite an interesting and long and painful, and it had so many emotions associated with it. So I'd love to share a little bit about my experience, and hopefully that'll help you all to in some way or the other. So I came in for my master's in August of 2023, and most of the big tech and a lot of the other companies, they start their recruitment cycle in the month of May or June. So you want to start as early as May or June, the year of your master, like the year that you start your master's, to be able to get an internship at the end of your first year of master's or undergrad, whichever way it goes. So the first main goal is to always start early. And the other thing that I learned throughout this process is that there's no one size fits all sort of resume. So every single job that you apply to, there needs to be a different resume. Because I remember the first 3 months that I started. So I started my application process in the month of about September, and September was. I know a lot of people have already mentioned this, but September is too late, like I said. So you want to start in May or latest by July to be able to, be in those top leagues. So yeah. So like I was saying, the first 3 months I was applying with a generic resume, and I realized in about January that, I'm not getting any callbacks. So like there is something I'm doing wrong. So at the time I had two major resumes. I had one for like software roles, and I had one for like machine learning, data science roles. And that's definitely not the way to go for it. Like you want to have those generic two major categorized resumes where you're highlighting those experiences. Now within those experiences, you want to be highlighting specific keywords which are being used in the job description. So that is one thing I learned quite late on in my internship search experience, and I wish I did differently, and I am doing that differently in like my job search sort of process. So that's one major learning I had. The other learning in my resume itself was to use like a XYZ method and highlighting and quantifying everything you've done, because like everyone's mentioned already, a resume, like a HR person looks at a recruiter, sorry, looks at your resume for about 6 seconds, right? And in those 6 seconds, you want to have things that pop out to them. So having numbers associated definitely help. And the one other thing that I was doing so wrong was to just push out applications. The first 4 months of my I think I sent out about 500 applications for like internships, and that is and I wasn't getting any results out of it. So that was really frustrating for me. But I realized that sending out quality applications over the quantity is a major thing that you need to look into. So always make sure. I know it's annoying to do this for each and every process, but using AI for helping you out with these tasks, ChatGPT, there's a bunch of tools with consulting that you can use, which help you create personalized resumes for each and every job that you apply. The cover letters need to speak to the story of that particular company. It shouldn't just sound like you've changed the name of the company and that's it. You want to sort of plug yourself into that role and show how you you are a unique candidate and what is the skill set that you can bring to the table. So that's just about the job application process. The one thing that I hadn't heard from anybody was the interview application. There was the interview process, right? So you go through the coding round, and everyone's just so just pushing out applications that I personally hadn't had a chance to speak about what to do in those interviews. So when I started getting interview calls, it's very important to be very well prepared with what the company does, and basically put yourself in that role, right? So if it is a Gen AI sort of a role, then I want to put myself in that role, read through the job description, see what all those tools are, see how I have done something remotely close to that in my previous experiences, and show how you can use those tools to either make your older projects better, or see like that company's current tools and see how you can enhance them with your project experience. So basically you put yourself into the realm of that company and show how you can make that difference. So that's majorly all of the points I wanted to share. And the one other thing is just always networking. The way you're going to get an internship will be, obviously, being a qualified candidate is a major thing, and sending in those applications is a major thing. But the one other major way a lot of people get their internships is through networking. So you want to reach out to people on LinkedIn, and not only recruiters, you want to speak to hiring managers, and even like entry level people who are working in those companies, so that you can see and assess for yourself if you want to work in those companies. And in that coffee, and you can treat those like coffee chats with these employees of that company as like informal interview, where you're sharing with them that, oh, I have so much knowledge about this particular field and your particular company, and I would love to be a part of this particular organization. So yeah, that's just my two pieces about the internship experience. And I know it gets really hard, it can be so frustrating, going through so many applications and feeling like one fish in like a major sea. But everything comes through, and hopefully you have an incredible recruiting season. Thank you.